Yours, damn right, it's better than yours. I can teach you.
What it is, ho? Oh, what's up? Rollie, fuck your eviction notice up. What it is, ho? Oh, what's up? Pretty P got that nose up, girl. Rock, paper, scissors. Pretty P got that what? Pretty P got that nose. What's good? What's up, MessyMya? It's your girl, MessyMya, and I am back again with another video. So today, girl, we are going to be getting into some mess concerning the latest episode of Baddies Midwest, girl, episode 17. Yes, chat. We are on episode 17, and it was a mess. I understand why they gave us that boring filler-ass episode last episode, girl. A filler, okay? And I understand why, girl, because they put all the mess up in this one. All up in this episode. I don't know who has been boosting Rollie's head up. And I can tell you exactly who, actually, because they were doing it all throughout the episode. All throughout the episode, hyping her up, condoning her BS. And it's just like, girl, who you feeling like? Who is you feeling like? Rollie? Girl, you damn near still built the same as you was 2 seasons ago. Like, I really just feel like you really have no room to act the way that you act, ho. Who are you outside of Zeus? Who are you outside of Zeus? You have no motion outside of Zeus. Bitch, you've been on what, 5, 6 seasons now? This is your only claim to fame. This is the only thing that you have going on. You don't have nothing else going on. Yet you think that you have every right to look down on the next bitch when you're not that girl yourself. You had how many surgeries and you still look exactly the same? You're pathetic. You're just as pathetic as Slim. Rollie and Slim, in my opinion, pathetic. Pathetic. Both of them in different ways, of course. Pathetic, though. Like, do you feel better about yourself for what you did to that girl in this episode? But you know what? That was towards the end, so we're gonna get into that. But girl, let's just go ahead and get into it. So Rollie, the episode starts off with the OGs on the jet, of course, with Big Lex too, because you know, girl, Anna and Biggie got kicked off. So now, you know, okay. So Rollie is still on the jet, weighing down the jet, okay, still yapping about how much she wants them to go home. Ho, send her home then, ho. What you talking about? You should have been sent her home. You had an opportunity to send her home. You could have been sent this hoe home. But you played on the fact that clearly Slim is desperate and pathetic and that she would do anything to get back on the show. You played on that and hired her to be your fake ass assistant. So now we're here. And now you want her to go home because now she done quit. And girl, it just, I feel like it's not what you thought it was going to give. This whole thing is just lame as fuck to me. I'm not rocking with it. I feel like every single time I start to like Rollie, she disappoints me. I don't like it. Every single time I feel like we're getting like an inch of character development with Rollie, and she's maturing and she's moving past her very much insecure and in horrible ways. We take 10 steps back. This episode, we took 20 steps back. I just don't like it. So like I said, bitch, you could have been sent her home, ho. You could have been sent her home. But you decided to not do that because, again, you want to feel like, you want to feel superior. You want to feel like you are just what? What? You want to feel like you're just, I don't know. Like, you want to feel like that bitch. So you, no ma'am, no ham, no turkey. Okay, no, so like I said, what I was trying to say is that you could have been sent her home. So like I said, she's on a bus. She's on a jet. Sorry, she's on a jet, weighing down the jet. Okay, she's weighing down the jet. And she's talking about how Slim needs to go. She's sick of Slim. She's sick of Slim being here. She doesn't want her to be here anymore. She needs to go home. You could have been sent her home, ho. You been had the opportunity to send her home. I can't stand Rollie. I really can't. And honestly, I feel like she's getting worse. But you know what? It's okay. This episode, by the way, was so BGC coded. Like, it's so crazy to me. Like, although it still irritates me, I'm just like, oh my gosh. It just reminds me of BGC. Because, girl, the girls on BGC, they used to be wilding. Like, they used to be wild. Do y'all remember back on BGC 16 where Winter, the social disruption season, I think, BGC 16, where Winter and Dream Doll literally grabbed Kaylee. They grabbed this skinny girl literally by her arms and legs and threw this hoe out the house. Dude, like, that's the type of stuff they were doing. Like, they were throwing powder on her while she was in bed. You know, Dream Doll ninja kicked her down the hallway. It was just a lot. So it's just very BGC coded. So seeing this now, of course, it irritates me and it enrages me, because it's just like, I don't want to see anybody be treated like that. But it's just like, oh my God, this is too BGC coded for me. The girls is girl. Anyways, so mind you, these women are, you know what? Okay, let me stop, because I keep going back to like the Slim and Rollie thing when that's at the end of the episode. So I'm gonna talk about that. But let's move forward. Okay, let's move forward. Okay. Honestly, the next couple minutes, nothing really happens. You know, the OGs plus Big Lex, they pull up to the cabin before the new girls do. You know what I'm saying? And Automatic and Autumn, they pull up. Okay, they scope out the house, and then in the next scene, Natalie, Jayla, and Rollie pull up to a radio station for an interview. The interview was cool, but after the interview, Natalie calls Tommy and goes over the plan with her. Like, you gonna pregame with us? We're gonna go here, we're gonna go there, we're gonna turn up this, that, and the third. I'm just like, girl, Tommy is coming next episode. It is going to be a mess, okay? So let's get into the drama, because we get some drama fairly soon in the episode. So Bad Dolly is sitting with Big Lex and Summer, and she's mad, bitch. Foaming at the mouth, mad. She's upset, okay? So apparently, I'm sorry, this situation is so fucking stupid. Okay, but let's go ahead and get into it anyways. So, Bad Dolly is mad, y'all. She's mad, girl. Foaming at the mouth, girl. Y'all know Bad Dolly be mad at everybody except for the bitches that she should really be mad at. She's mad at Pretty P for carrying the bone and apparently being messy. But you still, like I said, we got Tinkerbella and all three of her skin tones still walking around untouched, and you still ain't do nothing yet. After she literally drowned you in alcohol, after she took you for a nice swim in alcohol and caused you to lose that fight with Tasiki. I mean, you probably would have lost anyway, but I'm just saying, like, you really lost. And she inserted herself into that fight with you and Tasiki, but you still ain't get your lick back, yet you are fighting these women over the pettiest reasons ever. But let's go ahead and get into it, child, because Bad Dolly's mad. She's mad, y'all. She's mad because Pretty P is apparently being messy to the girls by keeping in contact, being messy with the girls by apparently keeping in contact with Emma. Okay, Emma's home. I don't even know why why is this hoe even being mentioned? She's not even here. She's not even here. Why are we fighting over Emma and anything that Emma had to say and anything when Emma is no longer here? Emma's not here. Baby, Emma's getting more camera time when she left, and she got more interesting storylines when she left rather than when she was here. Why are we fighting over Emma? So, child, girl, Pretty P being messy. Okay, she's being messy. Emma is also asking questions, being messy too, trying to figure out if the girls are popping that shit about her when she left the house. So Pretty P being messy. Well, I'm not gonna say she was being messy. Maybe she was trying to be a friend. Maybe she was trying to be, you know, she's cool with Emma. Whatever the fuck her reasoning was. But she told Emma that the girls are still popping that shit about her. Okay, Emma apparently goes back. The girls find out that Pretty P was carrying a bone and being messy. And child, like I said, we're here with Bad Dolly, and Bad Dolly is upset. And although I really do like Pretty P, y'all know I love me some Pretty P, okay? I will say Pretty P was messy for that. Emma's no longer in the house. You guys, I'm not going to say they shouldn't be talking to Emma, but you guys damn sure should not be entertaining no type of messy conversation with Emma when the hoe is not here. When she was here, she didn't do what she needed to do to stay on the show, to secure her spot. So why is y'all feeding her drama? Why are y'all being messy? So I understand. Pretty P was messy. I can admit that. She was messy, for sure. Okay, she's not in the house anymore. But Bad Dolly, girl, it's just like she's so mad. Like, what are you so mad about? Like, okay, no, I understand why she's mad, because Pretty P was being messy. Okay, I get it. But the way she's confronting Pretty P and how mad she's getting, you would think that her and Pretty P were friends. Like, I get if that was like your friend, if Pretty P was your friend and she went back and told the hoe that you fought what was said. You know what I'm saying? But you and Pretty P are not friends. If anything, Emma and Pretty P has one thing in common. They are a victim of you inserting yourself into Summer's fights. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Bad Dolly is acting as if Pretty P is her friend or something, and she just betrayed her. Oh, so you just baddie patrol. I ain't gonna lie, she kind of ate that up a little bit. Anyways, so like I said, girl, Pretty P don't owe you nothing. She don't owe you shit. She's not your friend. You literally picked a fight with this girl, picked multiple fights with this girl off of summer, when you never had an issue with Pretty P. You never had an issue with her, but you picked fights with her because of summer. You beat her head in the first round, literally told Pretty P out the goddamn frame the first round because you wanted to jump in Summer's fights and insert yourself into Summer's fight. Here we go. Girl, fast forward second round, you got dropped to your knees for Summer, or was it third round? Whatever. You got dropped to your knees by Pretty P because in your hands messed up even more when you fought Pretty P again for no reason for Summer. So it's like, she don't owe you nothing. Like, she don't owe you nothing. She don't owe you nothing. You know, but Pretty P, girl, you was messy for that girl. Why is you entertaining any type of conversation with Emma? Emma's not there anymore. Well, I just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? So I understand why Bad Dolly was mad, girl. The way Bad Dolly was mad, you would have thought that Pretty P and her were best friends and Pretty P betrayed her or something. Girl, anyways, so let's go ahead and get into it. Pretty P is like, girl, why is you mad? Why are you mad? About some shit that you said. You said it. I repeated it. She asked me what was going on. I'm cool with her, so I told her. Still messy, but it's like, okay. But Bad Dolly, let Bad Dolly tell it. Pretty P was being even more messy and talking about how she wasn't fucking with Emma like that. And Pretty P corrected her and was like, no. I said, you know, Emma wasn't my friend. She's not my friend, but I'm still cool with her. I'm not friends with none of y'all because I don't know y'all well enough for y'all to be my friend. So it sounds like Pretty P, it sounds like you still being messy. No shade. You still don't, because you don't pop that shit and say that Emma's not your friend, but you feel obligated to tell her who's talking about her. If that's not your friend, then why you going back being messy, feeling obligated to tell her what the next bitch said about her? Okay, it's just a whole lot of messiness here. Regardless of all of that, girl, I am just waiting for Bad Dolly to bust a move on Tinkerbella. Like, she just like I just don't know. Like, all this forced beef and like these stupid ass storylines that Bad Dolly keep pulling out her ass. Ho, you need to get in the paint with the hoe that deserves to get washed. Tinkerbella. I still don't understand. And I will stand by this every single time. Like, you're going after girls that you really don't have an issue with, or if you do have an issue with them, the issue is very small. Mind you, her beef started with Pretty P because she had no problem with Pretty P, but she wanted to jump into Summer's beefs because she knew that Summer was getting hella camera time, and she wasn't, and she was on a brink of going home. She was real close to going home. So, girl, you felt like you wanted to jump into Summer's fights, and now you have a problem with Pretty P, and now you're trying to milk this stupid ass storyline. Okay? But you got Tinkerbella still walking around untouched after she did what she did to you. I just don't understand. I just don't get it. Girl, I don't understand. So, child, it's just like the way that Bad Dolly has so much animosity towards everybody else except for the girls who she should have animosity with. It's just like, girl. But, you know, with all that aside, round one, ding, ding, ding. Okay? Ding, 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 ding. The girls get in the paint. Okay? Now, let me say this. The first time I seen it, I thought Bad Dolly got her. Like, looking at it for the first time, I'm like, okay, Bad Dolly got that. Bitch, when I tell you I watched it, I ran it back. I watched it a second and a third time, ho. Pretty P right hook was right hooking. Tagging her and connecting too. That right hook was right hooking. But Bad Dolly got a hold of her, and Bad Dolly was also tagging her. Okay? Tagging, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, Pretty P, that right hook was right hooking. She was tagging Dolly all upside her head. But like I said, Dolly was also tagging Pretty P, especially towards the end. When Pretty P kept her head down, pick your head up, ho. Pick your head up, ho. But yeah, Pretty P had her head down towards the end, and Bad Dolly was really getting her, and then that's when they got broken apart. Me personally, I would say that this round was a tie. Okay? Now, Summer and Slim confront their issues. Summer is like, well, y'all know Summer in her raspy ass voice. Wait, I can't even mimic it if I wanted to, y'all. My voice is not that raspy. But Summer is like, well, Slim, we had issues. How do you feel about me now? Girl, what do you mean? That is the dumbest question. That is the dumbest question of the day. What are you talking about? How does she feel about you now? What do you mean? You spoke on her dead dad, babe. You said, your dead dad. You said, Kim. What do you mean? How does she feel about you? Not only that, but you have picked with this girl ever since she walked into the house. Not only that, but you didn't not only picked with her, but mocked her multiple times. What do you mean? How does she feel about you? What do you think? How do you think she feels about you? This is just dumb. Dumb question. Girl, I would have rather you got up and told her to square up than this. What do you mean? How do you feel about me? Girl, how do you think she feels about you, child? So anyways, girl, you know, and that's exactly what happened, you know? So, Slim was like, you know, you spoke of my dad. I felt the way. I don't mess with that. So we just gonna have to run that. You're gonna have to run that. And she got up and she got to going. And me personally, I feel like she got Summer. I do. That right hook was right hooking. That right arm was eating. It was. I'm not gonna lie. She did. Summer, you didn't get this one, babe. And about my family and about my parents, I would have did that too, dead or alive. So, you know, it was definitely a well-deserved ass whooping. And let's talk about Dolly, because Slim and Summer are into it, and all I see is a blob of green. And here comes Dolly coming out the cut. Here comes Dolly coming out the cut, jumping into the fight. She said she tried to break it up. No, ho, you was a bit too aggressive for me. And my thing is, what do you mean you're trying to break up a fight? You're not security. That's not why you're here. You don't get paid for that. But no, it gave very much that you were trying to jump into the fight because you seen that your friend was losing. And my thing is, again, here you are jumping into fights for Summer when you have your own, when you still got girls in the house that you need to confront. You got bigger fish to fry, and here you are trying to jump on Slim because your friend, girl, I just can't. I can't. She swore up and down that she was trying to break up the fight. Girl, didn't seem like it to me. It seemed like you jumped into it. Really. Like, go make yourself useful and go get the hoe that had you drowning in liquor. Girl, please. So all of these squabbles and all of these rounds literally was happening back to back to back. Like, it all just happened so fast. So, child, here come Pretty P. No wig. Pretty P come back outside. And she confronts Bad Dolly again. Now, I feel like as soon as Pretty P would have stepped through that door, Bad Dolly should have stood up. But because Bad Dolly did not stand up, what happened? Pretty P ran up and got the best of you because she ran up as you were walking. No. She ran up as Bad Dolly was standing up. So she got you that round. She really was slinging you a little bit. Not gonna lie. Not like a rag doll. Not like how Rollie be doing Slim, but girl, you was getting slung a little bit that second round. I'm not going to lie, but she didn't do too much, but she did get the best of you a little bit. Cause like I said, girl, that round, Pretty P ran up as Bad Dolly was standing up. Bad Dolly should have stood up as soon as Pretty P would have got outside. What are y'all still? There's nothing to talk about. You know she mad. You know she mad. You know she want that from you. Stand up. So, child, after this round, Bad Dolly ends up going to the hospital because Pretty P got that motherfucking nose. So you want to get in the paint? Like I said, Pretty P was being messy, and I can admit to that. But you are so hell-bent on getting in the paint over something so stupid, and now you're about to go to the hospital. That's crazy. Your nose is hanging to the floor, leaning to the side, because you keep picking fights with girls that you... Child. And let's get into Biggie and Noo-noo. Biggie, you are so delusional. It's just, I can't, it's like, oh my gosh. And I cannot believe that I used to feed into this victim shit with Biggie. I cannot believe it. Oh my gosh. And because now it's so when you really take a step back and look, it's so apparent. This girl is a victim. This girl does not want to take accountability for anything. This girl swears she is the victim. Everybody is just so against her and doing her wrong. What are you talking about? Noo-noo set you up. Noo-noo wasn't even out on stage when J.O. slapped you down. What are you so mad about? Oh, well, you set me up. What are you talking about? She set you up. What are you talking about? That don't make no sense. You are literally so delusional, and you're trying to take it back to a moment You're trying to take it back to the reunion to try to make yourself a victim. Like, yes, you got slapped down, but nobody feels bad for you because you didn't even defend yourself. Now, months later, on a new season, you're trying to take your anger out on somebody else for something that you should have been handled. You should have handled that when J.O. slapped you down. You should have been handled that, but you didn't. It was, oh, why did you slap? Why you slapping me? Why you slap me? Why you do this? Why you do that? And you ran into the audience. But now all of a sudden you so tough. You got balls all of a sudden. You done grew up here. Now that Noo-noo's here, but you didn't get your lick back when J.O. did what she did to you. It would never make sense to me. And now you're the victim. And now you are swearing up and down that Noo-noo set you up. How does Noo-noo have the power to set you up, Biggie? It just don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. Girl, you don't know what a setup is. I would have thought out of all people, you would have known what a setup is after Baddies East. What E.T. did to you on Baddies East, where she swore up and down that somebody that you sent popped her upside the head and everybody else was again. That is a setup. You got set up on Baddies East, but you didn't get set up at the reunion. Y'all was back and forth arguing on the internet. You and Anna were both popping shit about all the little reserves or whatever. And J.O. was the one that got to you first. First, Kiva wanted you. When Kiva came out on... Not first, because technically Kiva came out with J.O. But after J.O. did what she did to you, Kiva wanted you. And you still was not trying to run that fade. Like, and then Biggie's like, oh, you didn't have to set me up. All you had to do was call out a fade. Biggie, they were calling out y'all fades. And y'all didn't want no smoke. You didn't want no smoke. You didn't want no smoke. People were calling out your fades. Jayla called out your fade at the reunion. Kiva called out your fade at the reunion. And you was not trying to get in the paint. You wasn't. Even when a hoe snuck you and ran down on you at the reunion, you still wasn't defending yourself after she laid hands on you. But now all of a sudden, like I said, you done grew up here, and now all of a sudden you just taking all your anger out on Noo-noo. When Noo-noo wasn't even out on stage when J.O. did what she did. What are you talking about? What do you mean? Girl, please. You should have got J.O. when J.O. did what she did. Like, Biggie's just not trying to take no accountability. So now, Noo-noo came to the house. Y'all kept sneaking this girl and jumping this girl, and now you're gonna have to run that one-on-one. Now you're gonna have to run that one-on-one, and you got tore both rounds. And then my thing is I'm so confused as to why they're trying to make it seem like such a big deal that Noo-noo ripped off Biggie's wig, but didn't y'all just jump this girl, sneak? Oh my God, it's just like now all of a sudden you guys have some type of moral compass after that last episode where y'all did what y'all did to Noo-noo. Y'all literally was sneaking her and jumping her left and right. Y'all ripped off her wig. Y'all was again sneaking this girl. It was 2-on-1. At least it was 1-on-1 this time. It was 1-on-1 and you're mad, Biggie. And Anna is mad because you got tore out the frame. So what? Don't get in the paint and say, so what is it that you want to do? And then when she do what she want to do, you're mad. What do you mean? You think that she's going to spare you and not drag you and pull your hair after you literally snuck her over something that happened last season that had nothing to do with her? Why would she spare you? I just don't understand. She's a victim. Biggie is a victim. I'm trying to tell you. Oh, why would you pull on my hair? Why would you sneak her? What do you mean? Child, Noo-noo tore her out the frame. Was tossing this big hoe. I have never seen somebody get like just big for no reason. Like just big for no reason. She was literally tossing Biggie. Yeah, ripped that wig right off, just like how y'all did her as soon as she came in. She came in all smiles. She came in with her hair did too. She came in. But, and then y'all ripped off her wig, jumped her and snuck her, but it's such a big problem that she did it to you. But the only difference is that she did it one-on-one. Y'all had to do it together. And then here comes Anna Mac in her confessionals. It's taking every ounce of me not to do what? Not to jump her? Not to jump her? It's taking every ounce of you not to jump her so you can get beat on just like you did the last time you tried to do that. Yeah. Child, after the 2 rounds, Biggie is livid. And it's like, it's what you get. Do you realize that this wouldn't even be happening to you if you would have never inserted yourself in her and Anna's beef? So, and sneaking her left and right and trying to do what you was doing. Do you realize none of this would be happening to you if you would have just minded your business and left it up to her and Anna? It would have been deaded. But you wanted to be cute and sneak her, and now you're getting tossed again, and now your wig is off. Child, that's just that. So we get to the volleyball, the whole volleyball scene with Slim, Jazz, Pretty P, and Big Lex, okay? So they are outside, they're playing volleyball, and they are talking about the beef with her and Rollie and her quitting, you know, the little assistant role. So Slim keeps saying that she wasn't an assistant. Oh, yes, you were. You were an assistant. She told you, even if you were a half-ass assistant and a bad assistant, and even if you were an assistant for a short period of time, at the end of the day, she told you that the only way you could come onto the show and move into the house is if you were her assistant, and you not only agreed, but you carried out some of those duties. She said, baby, give me my iPad. And what did you do? Like a good girl, you got her iPad. You were an assistant, babe. You were an assistant. You might have been a half-ass assistant and not too good of an assistant, but baby, you were an assistant nonetheless, okay? And I guarantee you, if Rollie was a little bit nicer to you, you would still be her assistant, because the only reason why you quit is because she kept disrespecting you. But I guarantee you, if Rollie was a nice boss, quote unquote, using the boss word very loosely, okay? If she was a nice boss, you would still be her assistant. That is really the pathetic part about it. Both parties are irritating me. Both sides. I don't care. I'm not Team Slim, because I feel like Slim is pathetic. I feel like she's pathetic, and I feel like she threw away her own self-respect to be on a show, to be another bitch's assistant. I can't respect nobody like that. No shade. But Rollie is also nasty. She's a nasty individual too. They're both, I'm not on nobody's side. I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm finna get on both of them, because they both irritated me, and they both irritate me. But you know what? After all that, I do still feel bad for Slim, but this did not have to happen like this. It did not have to happen. You had an opportunity to walk away, and you chose money and fame and clout over your own self-respect. So now, look how this is ending. So let's go ahead and get into it, because baby, it went downhill real fast from here. So child, y'all know Rollie is like a dark cloud. Especially when it comes to Slim, she don't like to see Slim dressed up. She don't like to see Slim dolled up, looking cute. She don't like to see Slim smiling. She don't like to see Slim interacting with the girls, turning up at the club, nothing. She doesn't like to see any of that, because she is miserable. It's like, it's bad enough that you already have this girl on the show as your assistant. Not only as your assistant, but you take it a step further and take every chance that you can get to throw jabs and disrespect her and humiliate her and embarrass her, right? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, you don't want to see her happy either. Like, she's not allowed to interact with the baddies. She's not allowed to have fun. She's not allowed to turn up and none of that. She's not allowed to do anything. You just want her to be cooped up and to do these little side jobs for you. So with that being said, Rollie comes, you know, and she's coming with Scotty. Now, Scotty, let's get on you. Scotty. Like, I was trying to figure out why all of a sudden Scotty has so much mouth. She got so much mouth all of a sudden. Especially about a situation that really has nothing to do with her. Like, she's sitting here, like, throwing, like, little jabs at Slim. Looking down on her, like, oh, like, why are you out here playing basketball? No, sorry. Why are you out here playing volleyball? Like, you're an assistant. Like, why are you out here playing? Why are you out here? Like, it's just like, y'all hoes are so weird. Like, this is Scotty, who's supposed to be the nice girl. No, you're very much nice nasty. You're nice nasty. You're not a nice girl. You're not a girl's girl. Because ain't no way you're a girl's girl and you condone some shit like this. And you sitting here in the background being a fucking cheerleader and a follower to Rollie of all people. Somebody who literally smacked you in the back of your head back on Baddies South and exposed you for doing what you was doing with Natalie. Yeah. Now all of a sudden you just on your high horse looking down on Slim like you're just so much better. You're a follower, ho. You're a follower. Scotty? Ew. My gosh. So Scotty is just talking all types of shit. Popping it real bad. I'm not playing. She popping it bad. Like, oh, why are you playing volleyball? Why are you this? Why are you that? You're an assistant. You should have never talked about her son. And again, they are acknowledging the fact that Slim talked about Rollie's son, but they are refusing to hold Rollie accountable for speaking on this woman's deceased father. It's just weird to me. It's weird to me. It's so weird. And then, like I said, especially coming from somebody who's supposed to be so nice, the nice girl. Oh, she's a nice girl. Oh, she's a girl's girl. I'm a girl's girl this, girl's girl that. But you're literally condoning this? Girl, please. So, like I said, Scotty comes down with Rollie, her little, acting like a little sidekick. The Robin to Rollie's Batman. A mess. A mess. Okay? So they come downstairs or whatever while Slim is playing, having fun or whatever. And then Rollie hands Slim an eviction notice. Now, y'all know one thing about it and two things for sure. Landlord Rollie is going to come through with the eviction notices, girl. She gave her an eviction notice, 24-hour eviction notice, told her to get her and her a bottle of Don Julio that got a little sip in it, and told her to get out the house, okay? Again, trying her hardest to embarrass this girl. And Scotty is right by her side doing it as well. But you're such a girl's girl, right? Oh, okay. So anyways, again, like, let's just go ahead and get into it. She hands her the eviction notice. You know, Slim reads it. They argue a little bit. They talk their shit. Then Rollie tells Slim to get out there. So Rollie, you know, she hands Slim an ass whooping on a platter. And it, baby, it was up from there. It was just a mess. It was a mess. Slinging her. And she told her while she was fighting her, she said, "Ho, get on the ground." It was a lot going on. It was a lot going on. And then again, you have Rollie, Rollie's cheerleaders, aka the washed up ass, old ass OGs, hyping her up in the background. Everybody is pissing me off. Big Lex, you piss me off too. Yeah, let's get on to you. It's like I really want. Oh my god. It's like it just sucks when you really want to like somebody, but then they're just disappointing. Like, Big Lex, weren't you the one trying to pick fights with Jayla because Jayla was a quote unquote bully? Huh? Wasn't you the one that came into the house and literally, girl, I just don't get it. I don't get it. Because like I said, this is the same hoe that came into the house and checked Jayla about being a bully from a season that she wasn't even on. Yet you are seeing this bullying situation. This is not from last season. You wanted to talk so much shit about Jayla and what Jayla was doing last season and wanted to have a whole storyline behind it. And y'all fought behind it. Oh, she bullied Gretchen. Mind you, she didn't even bully. Like, girl, please. Gretchen should have got more. Okay? And I said what I said. Gretchen should have got more. Oh, she bullied Gretchen. You bullied Biggie. Now that I won't deny. However, you're so mad about something that Jayla did last season, claiming that she is a bully, but you are literally seeing a situation where it is unfolding in front of your eyes where somebody is getting bullied and picked on and embarrassed. Yet you're sitting here laughing and like, oh, Rollie, like hyping up Rollie, talking down on Slim, even though you and Slim was just playing volleyball together. Now, Slim is into it with Rollie, and now you're just Team Rollie. Not only are you Team Rollie, but you're talking down on Slim in your confessionals and just condoning everything that is being done to Rollie. You're friends with Summer, somebody who literally just snuck Slim after Slim just got snuck by Rollie. Like, but you condone the bullying when it's people that you're cool with, but you try to come into the house and check Jayla for being a bully too. You just make up your minds. Make up your mind. And when you was into it with Anna and you was talking about size this, size that, I'm not going to do this to you because you're too little, you're too what? But you literally, y'all hoes are hypocrites. I'm sorry, y'all are hypocrites. Hypocrites. So Natalie calls Slim upstairs. They sit down, and I'm just like, at this point, all these sit downs with Slim that Natalie is having is because it's like when Slim is far away from you, or even when she's in your face sometimes, like you're cheering on Rollie and talking down on her and telling her to shut up and telling her you need to go home. But then now you're sitting her down and like trying to force her to have a conversation with you. It's just weird and it's fake. Like, if you don't like this girl, if you still have animosity towards her because she jumped you back on Baddies South, even though Rollie not only jumped you, but she also blacked your eye and made you and ran you off of your own set, but you forgive her and you love her so much and she's your baddie sister, but you still have animosity towards this girl for that reason, then you need to make that known. But it's like Natalie is a flip-flopping ass, old ass, messy ass hoe. Like, one minute you're in her face, you're trying to talk to her, you're there for her, you're trying to be genuine, you're trying to be real, as you say, I'm trying to have a real conversation with you. Then the next minute you're screaming from the balcony, looking down on her, telling her that she need to go home. And then the next day you go from the balcony talking to her room, still trying to have a real conversation with her, and then behind closed doors, whole time you with Rollie talking about her. Like, Natalie is just fake as hell. So anyways, as Natalie and Slim are on the balcony and they are talking or whatever, Rollie come out. Girl, I didn't even see Rollie coming. I'm trying to figure out how she came fast too, girl. Rollie came and walked her back up them steps, and she got Slim from behind. And my thing is you don't even have to sneak her. It's like, okay, we get it. You not only evicted her, you embarrassed her. You've been disrespecting her and degrading her this entire time. You slung her like a rag doll like about 10 times now. We understand, Rollie. You did not have to sneak this girl. It's an automatic W for you. Why are you sneaking her? It was just weird. It was weak. And it's just like, y'all, they condone it. The girls condone it. Like I said, Scotty downstairs while this is happening, talk about some, this happened to you. She hates you, because you talked about her son. Condoning this. And it's just like, ew. And like I said, a big part of me is also mad at Slim too, because you let this happen to you. You had so many opportunities to leave, and you chose not to, and now look at the outcome. You literally gained nothing out of this. What did you gain out of this? Nothing. Besides being degraded and disrespected and treated like scum. Child, so like I said, Rollie come up them steps, up the balcony. She sneaks Slim. Slim turn around and Summer sneaking her too. It's just a mess. It's a mess. And like I said, it was BGC coded. Like I said, although it infuriates me, girl, this ain't nothing I ain't seen before, child. We done seen this on BGC, girl. It was just a mess. It was a mess. It was wrong. It was disgusting. I do feel bad for Slim. Although I'm mad at Slim for letting this happen to herself and not having enough respect and love for herself to bow out when she had the opportunity to do it. She could have kept her respect. Ho, you came onto the show. You fought the biggest hoe on the show. Because she was talking about your dad. You stood on business, lose, win, or draw. You stood on business. And you did what you had to do. You could have left, or you could have told her to run you that again. But instead of doing that, you're sitting here at the table and you're apologizing and you're saying, I'm so sorry, and you're crying and you're basically begging for a friendship and begging to be back on the show. Yet, this is the outcome. Now, this is the outcome. So it's like, a part of me, I feel like Slim definitely did this to herself. She did it to herself because she lacked self-respect. But at the same time, it doesn't make it right. The girls are so lame for this. Yuck. Guys, so that is all I have for you guys today. Thank y'all so much for tuning into this review. This video, thank you guys so much. I love y'all so much. If you guys made it this far, go ahead and drop a purple heart emoji to let me know that you are a real MessyMya member and you made it this far in the video. Girl, it's MessyMya. I'm out. Bye.